Morning guys. Last time you saw me I was out on a threshold run, and here we are again doing another one. Using Garmin to suggest workouts for me. I actually had 4 days off this week, 4 rest days in a row, just to try and let that achiness in my shins and ankles calm down a bit. So feeling pretty good now. Went for a short run yesterday, just a gentle one with my daughter on a bike. So today I've got 2 times 16 minutes at threshold to do, and following some comments that I read that were helpful on the last video, I've decided to try doing the threshold runs using heart rate, hence got my monitor on today, rather than pace. And given the hilly, very undulating nature of the places I run, that's probably a good idea, so the effort should be right and I won't just be pushing things too hard on the uphill sections. So it should be interesting to compare the paces at the end of this, just to see whether the kilometres were generally faster or slower than the ones based on pace last time. I'm imagining that the uphill section will be slightly slower, and the downhill section I'll probably be pelting it, trying to get my heart rate up into zone 4. So we'll see what happens. Okay, that's the first part of the threshold run done. 16 minutes at about 165 heart rate. And it was a bit slower than last time when the target was 4:55 per kilometre. I was doing about 5:11 on average this time. So yeah, the heart rate method does seem to be calming things down a bit. I'm having to walk the recovery as well to get in the heart rate range for that. Easy for me to say. So I'm showing 132 heart rate, and that's just above optimal, so the recovery needs to be slower than it used to be. Okay, I got 1 more minute of recovery, then I'll set off for the second part of the threshold and safely cross this road, although there's no path when I get onto it. The limit how safe I can be. Here we go. Right, so yeah, 47 seconds and then I'll be running again. There are cars coming on this road. Paul was teasing me for saying it was the busiest road in Europe last week. It's just because every time I press record a car would come. Okay, didn't take any wrong turns today. Found Pilsley Road and I've just finished the second threshold effort. Managed to stick pretty closely to the 165 target heart rate, and my recovery should be a lot slower than this. And with the second one being slightly more downhill and after a better warm-up, the pace was 4:41 per kilometre. So it did work out as you'd expect, with the uphills being slightly slower than last time when I was aiming for a target pace of 4:55, and the downhills were faster. My heart rate would gradually drop below 165 and I'd have to pick up the pace down the slope to get it back up to target. So yeah, feels pretty good. I guess it was roughly the same pace overall, but I'll check what I can on Strava when I get back. Even though the average pace might be roughly the same as last week, I was sticking a lot closer to my threshold heart rate target at all times, so I imagine the training effect would be slightly better doing it this way, not going too fast on the hills and not easing off too much on the effort downhill. So yeah, quite enjoyed doing the heart rate training once I got used to it and it wasn't swinging between the top and bottom of the range and like it was at the very beginning. I soon got used to that. So we'll call that the end of another week of half marathon training. I've got about 4 weeks till race day now. I've got some social plans on the weekends leading up to it. October, we've got birthdays, wedding anniversary, meeting up with some old friends. So the weekend recovery isn't going to be perfect, unfortunately, but I'll do the best I can. And if you do want to subscribe to my channel, it is free. Just press the button and watch my subscriber count go up by 1. Thanks a lot.